Imagine a completely different world, a world where the name Genghis Khan never existed. Have you ever thought about how the absence of this powerful conqueror could have altered the course of history? In today's episode of the What If series, we are diving into one of history's greatest questions: what would have happened if Genghis Khan had never been born? Get ready to discover how our reality could have been transformed in terms of politics, culture, and geography. Stay with us as we explore this intriguing alternate timeline together. Historical context. To understand the potential impact of Genghis Khan's absence, we first need to recall his achievements. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin in 1162, grew up in a world of tribal warfare and constant conflict on the Mongolian steppes. His early life was marked by hardship, including the murder of his father and the scattering of his family. Despite these challenges, Temujin united the Mongol tribes through a combination of diplomacy, strategic marriages, and military prowess. By 1206, he had successfully consolidated the tribes under his rule and was proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. Genghis Khan's military campaigns were unparalleled in their scale and effectiveness. His innovative strategies, including the use of highly mobile cavalry and psychological warfare, allowed him to defeat much larger armies. The Mongol Empire expanded rapidly, conquering vast territories from China and Korea in the east to Persia and Eastern Europe in the west. His empire eventually covered approximately 22% of the Earth's total land area. The Mongol conquests had profound effects on the regions they controlled. Genghis Khan implemented a meritocratic system, promoting individuals based on ability rather than lineage. This approach helped to unify the diverse cultures within the empire. The Mongol rule also facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between the East and the West, particularly along the Silk Road. Innovations such as paper money, gunpowder, and advances in medicine and astronomy spread more rapidly due to the relative stability and security provided by Mongol governance. After Genghis Khan's death in 1227, his empire was divided among his sons and grandsons, who continued to expand Mongol influence. The Yuan dynasty in China, established by his grandson Kublai Khan, and the Golden Horde in Russia are just two examples of the lasting impact of Genghis Khan's lineage. His legacy influenced the development of several major civilizations and reshaped the geopolitical landscape for centuries. Significance of Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire. Without Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire's rise would have been prevented, altering the course of Eurasian history. The Mongols' conquests, which spanned from China to Eastern Europe, would not have occurred, leading to a vastly different geopolitical landscape. The Silk Road, a vital trade route that flourished under Mongol rule, may not have experienced the same level of interconnectedness between East and West. The absence of Genghis Khan would have also impacted the spread of ideas, technologies, and religions. The Mongol Empire served as a conduit for the exchange of goods and knowledge between different civilizations, fostering a period of cultural diffusion and innovation. Without this catalyst, the pace of global interactions and cross-cultural fertilization could have been significantly slower. Exploring the what-if scenario of Genghis Khan's non-existence invites us to ponder the ripple effects of one individual's actions on the trajectory of world history. How would the balance of power in Eurasia have shifted? What new empires might have risen in place of the Mongols? By delving into these alternate historical outcomes, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnected nature of human civilization and the pivotal role played by key figures like Genghis Khan. Early Eurasian dynamics. Before the rise of the Mongol Empire, Eurasia was a complex tapestry of civilizations, empires, and nomadic tribes vying for power and influence. Understanding the dynamics of this pre-Mongol landscape provides valuable insights into the geopolitical forces at play in shaping the course of history. Eurasia was home to several major players before the emergence of the Mongol Empire. The Byzantine Empire, centered in Constantinople, wielded significant influence in the Eastern Mediterranean and Balkans. To the east, the Abbasid Caliphate in Baghdad was a hub of Islamic civilization and trade, connecting the Middle East with Central Asia and beyond. In China, the Song dynasty presided over a flourishing period of economic prosperity and cultural achievement. Interactions between these major powers, as well as with nomadic tribes such as the Khitan and Jurchen in the north, were characterized by a complex web of alliances, conflicts, and shifting allegiances. Trade routes like the Silk Road facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies, while also serving as conduits for cultural diffusion and diplomatic relations. Several key factors shaped Eurasian geopolitics prior to Genghis Khan's era. The competition for resources, particularly fertile lands and strategic trade routes, fueled rivalries and territorial disputes among neighboring states. Military advancements, such as the development of siege warfare and cavalry tactics, played a crucial role in determining the balance of power on the battlefield. Religious and cultural differences also influenced diplomatic relations and conflicts, with Christian, Islamic, and Buddhist civilizations coexisting and occasionally clashing along their borders. The intricate interplay of economic, military, and cultural factors set the stage for the transformative events that would unfold with the rise of the Mongol Empire, reshaping the geopolitical landscape of Eurasia in ways that reverberate through history. The absence of the Mongol Empire would have had profound implications for the intricate network of trade routes connecting East and West, most notably the Silk Road. Understanding the pivotal role played by the Mongols in facilitating trade and cultural exchange across Eurasia allows us to envision how alternative historical developments could have reshaped the flow of goods and ideas, with far-reaching consequences for global commerce and cultural diffusion. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, played a crucial role in promoting trade and cultural exchange across Eurasia. The Mongols' vast territorial holdings, spanning from China to Eastern Europe, provided a safe and stable environment for merchants to travel along the Silk Road and other trade routes. The Pax Mongolica, or Mongol Peace, facilitated the movement of goods, technologies, and ideas between different civilizations, fostering a period of unprecedented cross-cultural interaction. Alternative historical developments. Without the Mongol Empire, the security and stability that characterized the Pax Mongolica would have been absent, potentially disrupting the flow of trade along the Silk Road and other routes. Regional powers and nomadic tribes may have competed for control over key trade hubs and resources, leading to increased risks for merchants and travelers. The absence of a unified empire to oversee and protect trade routes could have hindered the exchange of goods and ideas between East and West, slowing down the pace of cultural diffusion and technological innovation. The disruption of trade routes and cultural exchanges resulting from the absence of the Mongol Empire would have had lasting repercussions on global commerce and cultural diffusion. The interconnectedness and cross-fertilization of ideas that characterized the Mongol era may have been stifled, potentially delaying the spread of innovations and advancements across continents. The legacy of the Silk Road as a symbol of interconnectedness and cultural exchange may have taken a different trajectory, shaping the course of world history in unforeseen ways. In exploring the hypothetical scenario of a world without the Mongol conquests, we delve into how the political structures and boundaries in Eurasia would have evolved differently. By comparing and contrasting the territorial changes caused by the Mongol Empire with the potential scenarios without it, we can envision the rise and fall of empires and analyze the implications for governance, diplomacy, and power distribution in Eurasia. The Mongol Empire's conquests reshaped the political map of Eurasia, expanding its borders from China to Eastern Europe and influencing the trajectories of neighboring states. Without the Mongol expansion, regional powers such as the Khwarezmian Empire, the Jin dynasty in China, and the Kievan Rus may have retained their territorial integrity and autonomy. The absence of Mongol incursions could have led to a different distribution of power and influence among these entities, altering the geopolitical landscape of Eurasia. Rise and fall of empires in the absence of Mongol expansion. In a world without the Mongol Empire, the rise and fall of empires would have followed different trajectories. The Khwarezmian Empire, which fell to the Mongols under Genghis Khan's campaigns, may have continued to exert influence in Central Asia. The Jin dynasty in China, which faced Mongol invasions, could have pursued its own expansionist ambitions without the threat of Mongol conquest. The Khitan Rus, a key player in Eastern Europe, may have experienced a different fate without the Mongol incursions that led to the fragmentation of its territories. The absence of Mongol expansion would have significant implications for governance, diplomacy, and power distribution in Eurasia. Regional powers would have faced different challenges and opportunities in maintaining their sovereignty and expanding their influence. Diplomatic relations and alliances may have formed along different lines, reshaping the balance of power and rivalries among states. The distribution of resources, trade routes, and strategic territories would have been influenced by alternative historical developments, leading to a diverse array of political structures and boundaries in Eurasia. The absence of the Mongol Empire would have had a profound impact on the exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultural innovations across Eurasia. By investigating how the absence of the Mongol Empire would have influenced the cross-cultural influences, transmission of knowledge, and advancements in an alternate historical context, we can analyze the potential shifts in artistic, scientific, and philosophical achievements without Mongol interactions. Cross-cultural influences during the Mongol era. The Mongol era was characterized by a rich tapestry of cross-cultural influences, as the vast expanse of the Mongol Empire facilitated the exchange of ideas and technologies between East and West. The Silk Road, under Mongol rule, served as a conduit for the transmission of goods, knowledge, and cultural practices, leading to a period of vibrant cultural exchange. Artistic styles, scientific discoveries, and philosophical ideas traveled along trade routes, enriching the intellectual landscape of Eurasia. In a world without the Mongol Empire, the transmission of knowledge and advancements across Eurasia would have followed different paths. Regional powers and empires would have relied on alternative trade routes and diplomatic channels to exchange ideas and technologies, potentially leading to a more fragmented and localized dissemination of knowledge. Scientific discoveries, artistic innovations, and philosophical insights may have developed along distinct cultural trajectories, reflecting the unique influences and priorities of each civilization. The absence of Mongol interactions would have likely resulted in shifts in artistic, scientific, and philosophical achievements across Eurasia. Artistic styles and techniques may have evolved in isolation, drawing inspiration from local traditions rather than cross-cultural influences. Scientific advancements and technological innovations could have developed at a slower pace, as the exchange of knowledge and expertise would have been limited by regional boundaries. Philosophical schools of thought may have taken on distinct philosophical perspectives, reflecting the diverse cultural contexts in which they emerged. By exploring these potential shifts in cultural and technological developments without the Mongol Empire, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnected nature of human civilization and the transformative impact of cross-cultural interactions. Conclusion. In exploring the hypothetical scenario of Genghis Khan not being born and the implications on world history, we have delved into the altered course of Eurasian development and global interactions. By recapping the key points discussed regarding the absence of the Mongol Empire, highlighting the significance of exploring counterfactual historical narratives, and encouraging viewers to reflect on the impact of pivotal historical figures and events, we gain a deeper understanding of how the past shapes our present and future. The absence of the Mongol Empire would have reshaped the political landscape of Eurasia, altering territorial boundaries and power dynamics among civilizations and empires. Trade routes like the Silk Road would have experienced different patterns of exchange, impacting the flow of goods, ideas, and cultural innovations. The transmission of knowledge and advancements across Eurasia would have followed alternative paths, leading to shifts in artistic, scientific, and philosophical achievements. Exploring counterfactual historical narratives, such as the scenario of Genghis Khan not being born, allows us to consider the pivotal role of individual figures and events in shaping the course of history. By imagining alternative outcomes and examining the ripple effects of key decisions and actions, we gain a broader perspective on the interconnected nature of human civilization and the contingencies that influence historical developments. As we reflect on the impact of pivotal historical figures like Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire, we are reminded of the enduring legacy of past events on our present world. By engaging with alternate historical scenarios, we deepen our appreciation for the complexities of human history and the ways in which individual actions can reverberate across time and space. Let us continue to explore the rich tapestry of our shared past, drawing insights from the past to inform our understanding of the present and shape a more informed future.